Spin your passion into a business with Shopify and break sales records with the world's best converting checkout. Your customers can check out everywhere. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify.
What's up guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to fix a blurry or pixelated stream when using OBS Studio on your PC. This should be quite an easy tutorial. For more information, click on the first link in the description below. Open up OBS Studio and navigate to your settings. Under Output, make sure to set the output mode to Advanced. Making changes to these settings will in turn prevent your stream from being blurry or pixelated. First of all, make sure to set your encoder according to your hardware. For mid to high-end Nvidia graphics card users, set this option to NVIDIA NVENC. You can also use the AMD encoder or use X264 to utilize your processor to render your image instead of your graphics card. Below, don't scale your output here. You should do this in the video tab of your settings. Set your rate control to CBR. This option will use a constant bitrate, which will be set below. Your streaming bitrate should be set to a value according to your available upload bandwidth, to the resolution and frame rate you wish to stream in, and according to the best practice. For your selected streaming service. To quickly fix pixelated streams, increasing your bitrate will help in any way. But your network connection might not be able to support it. to find out how high you can set this value, head over to speedtest.com. This site will allow you to test your upload and download speed for free. Keep an eye on your average upload speed. If bits exceeding 10 megabytes per second, then you should consider increasing your bitrate to around 6,000. If you want to stream in 1080p and 60 FPS, then you might want to increase your bitrate even more. This will also depend on what you intend on streaming. Fast-paced gameplay will require a higher bitrate, as a lot of movement will otherwise look blurry or pixelated on the viewer's end. If you're unable to use a decent network connection, then you should consider lowering your streaming resolution. To do so, navigate to the Video tab in your OBS settings. Here, set the base resolution to your native monitor resolution and set the output resolution to 1080p or 720p or any other with the same aspect ratio. You can also manually rewrite the resolution in case it's not being recommended to you. Your streaming frame rate can also induce lag and pixelation. If you don't need 60 FPS, for example, if you are not streaming gameplay, then I suggest setting this option to 30 FPS, which should be more than enough. After tweaking your OBS settings, your stream should look a lot better with reduced pixels or blur. In case you wish to further increase your streaming quality, then make sure to follow these next steps. For the best possible network connection, it's suggested to use a wired or Ethernet connection to your router. Next, enable your game mode option on Windows. If you intend on streaming gameplay on your PC. Search for game mode in your start menu search and open up your native settings application. From here, make sure that game mode is enabled. Lastly, make sure to run OBS as an administrator before opening it up. In case you have any further issues or problems following this tutorial, then I suggest following my extensive guide linked in the description below. I hope this helps you out. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and see you in the next one.
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself from malware, so you can surf without getting phished. Fast, safe, yours.
At some point, every streamer has dealt with it. Pixelated, blurry, grainy, low-quality streams that just look unpleasant to watch. If you're not a tech wizard, it can be extremely frustrating to try and fix these types of issues, especially when you look at OBS and it looks okay, but then you load up your Twitch page and bam, it's unwatchable. But today, in this big bad video, I'm going to show you some ways to fix these types of problems and make your streams look as sharp as some of the top streamers on the platform with just a few simple OBS changes. Let's get started. Firstly, let's talk about the pixelation, or the blurriness you might see on your stream. It could happen only when you're moving around or panning the camera really fast, or it could be a consistent issue. Now, I'll be honest, I struggle with this issue myself. Some of my earliest streams, especially my Skyrim ones, suffered from really poor visuals and these weird artifacts, especially when moving the camera fast or entering forest areas of the game. Now, the issue that I was experiencing and the issue you're likely facing is directly related to your bitrate. Now, when you stream to YouTube or Twitch, your bitrate is what dictates how much data you are sending to their servers. In essence, the higher your bitrate, the nicer the stream will look. The lower the bitrate, the worse your stream could look. In OBS, the data that you're transmitting is measured in kilobits per second. And if the value you enter is too low, this can result in the blurriness or the pixelation that you see in your streams. That's why on your OBS preview window, it looks perfectly fine, but when you go to Twitch, you see the issue. It's because you're transmitting that data. It's the bitrate. That, and I have so much headroom for, Discord and the game to actually operate, I should have no problem. I'll set my bitrate to that, I'll leave my rate control at constant, and I should be all set. Frame rate you're targeting. Now, if your network upload speeds aren't high enough for the bitrate, resolution, and frame rate that you're targeting, you're going to need to drop.
We're up against some really bad guys.
Let's make some trouble.
I'm not the...
Drop your settings, especially if you want to maintain a solid connection that won't result in dropped frames or disconnects. Again, refer to the provided documentation in the description below. You can additionally help yourself by keeping your stream overlay simple and static, especially if your network requires you to push your bitrate pretty down hard. The less detailed and animated that your overlay is, the less harder your encoder needs to work, and the less data it needs to transmit. It's not going to be a huge help, but any improvement singular pixel for a downscaled resolution. The two most widely used filters are bicubic and Lanczos. Hold on.
Lanczos.
Up on the screen now is a comparison of these two filters, zoomed in 175%. Now, if you pixel peep on the Lanczos filter, you can definitely notice some shimmering on the little tentacle hair of the character, and especially on the shovel as well. But personally, to my eye, I personally think the Lanczos filter looks a bit sharper, especially on the roof where you can see some more fine details there. In the end, however, the filter that you end up using is going to be highly dependent on what game you're playing. Keep on the Lanczos filter, you can definitely If you pixel peep on the Lanczos filter, you can definitely notice some shimmering on the little tentacle hair of the character, and especially on the shovel as well. But personally, to my eye, I personally think the Lanczos filter looks a bit sharper, especially on the roof where you can see some more fine details there. In the end, however, the filter that you end up using is going to be highly dependent on what game you're playing, how low you're lowering your resolution, and what looks best to you. I would really recommend taking some time to experiment and see which filter is right for you. And if you're using a low-end PC that you're streaming on, it is important to note that Lanczos is the most demanding of the downscaling filters to use, so might be something to keep in mind. Lastly, depending on your system specs and your stream setup, you may want to consider using an entirely different encoder. Now, if you use an NVIDIA GPU, NVENC can deliver spectacular visual results using specialized chips on your GPU. The great thing is that using NVENC only has a very minor, if any really, performance impact on your games, because again, it's using those specialized encoder chips on the board. This means it's great for a one PC setup where you're streaming and playing the game on the same computer like I am. In my machine, I use an RTX 2070 for both streaming and playing my games. I use it all the time on max quality preset, and I've gotten some really good feedback from viewers about how my stream looks. It's mainly positive. It's important to note that if you have an AMD GPU, you probably also have a similar hardware encoding solution on your card. Now, if you have an absolute beast of a machine, or you're using a 2 PC setup where one computer is gaming and one computer is streaming, you may want to consider using X264. X264 typically gives you better results, but at the cost of increased CPU load. Again, I would not recommend this for most people on a one PC
Do you also have this problem in OBS? Don't worry, today we will fix it. But before joining, if you want to get access to my membership perks and subscribe so you can be up to date with everything I post. First, you need to open OBS. Then go down here to the settings, go to output. On the output mode, you have to select advanced. Then go here to recording. On the type, you have to select standard. Recording format, select MP4, encoder, select your NVIDIA video card. If you don't have an NVIDIA video card, select X264, rescale. Output, don't check this box. Rate control, select CBR. Bitrate, select 50,000 or 60,000. Keyframe interval, select 0. Preset, select low latency quality. Profile, select high. CPU, select 0 and max B frames, select 2. Press apply. Then if you are streaming, go here to streaming. On the encoder, the same, select your NVIDIA video card. Don't check this box. Rate control, select CBR. Bitrate, select 30,000. Keyframe interval, select 0. Preset, select low latency quality. Profile, select high. CPU, select select 0 and max B frames, select 2. Press apply, then go to the video. On the base resolution, select the max resolution you have on your monitor. Output resolution, select 1920 by 1080. downscale filter, select 36 samples, and common FPS values, select 60. Press apply, then go to advanced. On the process priority, select high. Then press apply, press OK, and that's all you had to do. I hope you found this useful. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye.